Ticker tape rains down on Wall Street, a blizzard of ambition and dreams in the crisp daylight. Gleaming chrome cars glide along the avenue, symbols of a prosperous era. Men in sharp suits and hats stride purposefully, their faces etched with determination. Elegant women in stylish dresses weave through the crowds, radiating sophistication and grace. Inside a cramped office, the air vibrates with the mechanical pulse of adding machines. Dorothy, in her late 20s, is surrounded by a team deeply engrossed in complex calculations, brows furrowed. Each member is consumed by their work, lost in a sea of numbers. The hum of early computers fills the room, a testament to progress and the relentless pursuit of precision. An echoing voice fills the unknown location, hanging in the air with a sense of mystery. Dorothy's voice, V.O., resonates, breaking the silence with a hint of dissatisfaction. The Dow just wasn't cutting it anymore, she says, her words painting a picture of ambition. Her voice suggests a grander vision, a need for a more comprehensive narrative. 30 companies couldn't possibly tell the whole story, Dorothy's voice declares with conviction. Fluorescent lights cast a harsh glow over the crowded office, buzzing a monotonous tune. Desks are buried under stacks of papers, a battlefield of numbers and deadlines. Dorothy, in her mid-30s, is hunched over a complex algorithm, her face etched with focus. Her brow is furrowed in concentration, a silent struggle against the numerical onslaught. Empty coffee cups stand guard around her, silent witnesses to a long night's vigil. The air hangs heavy with the scent of stale coffee and the weight of unspoken pressure. Inside Standard & Poor's, a whiteboard overflows with equations, a testament to the intricate calculations within. Company names form a strategic mosaic, each holding a piece of the economic puzzle. The air vibrates with intense debate. Each team member fights for their vision, voices raised in the fervor of financial forecasting. The weighting of industries becomes a battlefield. The future of fortunes hangs in the balance of their arguments. In a nondescript room, Dorothy stands tall, her presence commanding. She is speaking to someone who is not visible, her eyes fixed and unmoving. Her voice rings with conviction, cutting through the silence. "We need to reflect the real economy," she declares, her words carrying weight. "Not just the giants," she adds, a challenge in her tone. Weeks blur into a montage of intense focus, the air thick with anticipation in the Standard & Poor's office. Calculations become weapons as the team battles numbers, refining their strategies against the unforgiving tide of historical data. Frustration mounts, faces etched with doubt, as dead ends threaten to derail their efforts. Breakthroughs ignite like sparks, illuminating new paths through the labyrinth of finance. The Standard & Poor's office buzzes with adding machines under the bright 1957 sunlight. Dorothy, mid-30s, is absorbed at her desk, a fortress of papers and adding machine tape surrounding her. Sunlight catches in the dust motes dancing around Dorothy as she focuses intensely on a printout. Her brow furrows, a deep crease etched by concentration as she stares at the numbers. The adding machines continue their mechanical song, a backdrop to Dorothy's intense focus. Dorothy murmurs to herself, the numbers echoing in the sunlit office. 3871. In a 1957 boardroom, stern executives gather around a mahogany table, their faces reflecting in its polished surface. Dorothy stands confidently, a glint in her eyes as she gestures towards charts displaying the S&P 500. "Gentlemen, the S&P 500 represents a new paradigm," Dorothy declares, her voice resonating with conviction. Executive 1 raises a skeptical eyebrow. "Diversified? Sounds suspiciously like spreading our bets too thin." Executive 2 leans forward, stating firmly, "We prefer to invest in what we know. Steel, oil, solid assets. This index fund It lacks the personal touch, the gut feeling. Executive 3 scoffs, dismissing Dorothy's vision. In a sterile, modern executive office, Dorothy stands rigidly, facing a stern-faced figure, the air thick with unspoken tension. The executive's gaze is cold and unwavering, dissecting Dorothy with a single glance. A tense silence hangs heavy between them, broken only by the distant hum of the city outside. The executive's voice cuts through the silence, sharp and demanding. "It's just a number, Dorothy. What makes it different?" Dorothy's expression hardens, a storm brewing behind her eyes as she prepares to defend her work and her worth. Dorothy stands, ready to unveil the mysteries of the American economy. With a resolute gaze, Dorothy prepares to explain the function of a key economic indicator. "It's a reflection of the American economy," Dorothy declares, her words resonating with authority. Her voice gains intensity as she emphasizes the breadth of the index. All 500 companies, Dorothy concludes. It's a tool for measurement. Completing her concise yet impactful explanation, the bustling trading floor hums with activity, a hive of focused energy under the bright lights of the 1,960 seconds. Traders stand shoulder to shoulder, their eyes glued to the screens, displaying the nascent S&P 500. Fingers tap rapidly, marking the pulse of the market as the S&P 500 inches its way toward becoming a benchmark. Each tick of the S&P 500 sends ripples of anticipation and calculation through the crowded room. The air crackles with the electric tension of high stakes and the promise of fortunes made and lost. The S&P 500 slowly gaining traction, a silent observer of the unfolding drama within the trading floor. In a brightly lit 1,970 seconds news studio, a news anchor sits poised at his desk, monitors glowing behind him. He adjusts his tie, a picture of composed authority, ready to deliver the day's financial news. Papers stacked neatly before him. He looks directly into the camera, prepared to address the nation. Today, the S&P 500 continued its climb, he announces, his voice steady and assured. The index is increasingly becoming a topic of conversation, he adds, highlighting its growing cultural relevance. Gleaming wood-paneled cars bask in the sun in a perfectly manicured suburban neighborhood. Neighbors chat over picket fences, coffee mugs in hand, sharing morning gossip and investment tips. Neighbor 1 declares, "I'm telling you, Harold, the S&P 500 is the way to go. Mutual funds are the future." "I don't know, Martha. Seems awfully risky." "What if the market crashes?" Harold replies, skeptical. Neighbor 3 chimes in. "My broker says it's a sure thing. We're putting the kids' college fund into it." An unknown space, light struggling to penetrate the gloom, details veiled in shadow. The air hangs heavy, thick with an unspoken mystery, a story yet to unfold. A voice echoes from the darkness, distant and reflective. "I never imagined it would become what it did." Whispers of the past linger, hinting at a transformation beyond comprehension. The shadows deepen, concealing more than they reveal, the unknown beckoning. In her small apartment, elderly Dorothy watches a news report. The television screen flickers with images of the S&P 500. Dorothy's eyes are glued to the screen, a lifetime of memories reflected. Her face etched with the passage of time. She remains absorbed in the present. A dimly lit living room reveals the cold light of a flickering television, casting shadows that dance on the walls. The camera hones in on the screen, the glass reflecting the room's somber stillness. On the TV, a news reporter speaks with measured authority, a stark contrast to the silent room. The S&P 500 continues to be a key indicator of global economic health, the reporter states. The words hang in the air, a disembodied voice filling the void with distant, abstract concerns. The screen flickers again, the reporter's image momentarily distorted, then returning to its polished facade. In a flashback, young Dorothy's apartment transforms into a makeshift office, papers strewn across her desk. The glow of the computer screen casts an ethereal light on her determined face. She is working late, fueled by ambition, each document a testament to her unwavering resolve. The room is filled with the quiet intensity of her focus. Dorothy's youth belies the strength of her spirit. Sunlight streams into Dorothy's apartment, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. A gentle smile graces Dorothy's lips, hinting at a quiet contentment within. Her eyes, though aged, sparkle with a youthful glimmer of satisfaction. The room is filled with memories, each object a silent testament to a life well lived. Dorothy seems at peace, bathed in the warm, nostalgic light of the present day. Bathed in soft light, the exhibit hall showcases the S&P 500's historical journey. A modern display case gleams, filled with interactive screens and precious archival documents. The screens glow with data, charts painting a vivid picture of market evolution. A small plaque subtly acknowledges Dorothy's pivotal contribution. Her name, etched in history, a silent testament to innovation. Bathed in sunlight, a historical monument stands, its bronze plaque gleaming. A tourist approaches, drawn to the silent stories etched in stone. The tourist leans in, eyes scanning the words. A moment of quiet reflection, reading the plaque. "I never knew there was a person behind it," the tourist murmurs. The tourist pauses, contemplating the untold lives woven into history. The monument looms, a testament to legacies rediscovered in the light. Sunlight warms the quiet cemetery, casting long shadows across the meticulously kept green grass. A solitary headstone, simple and unadorned, stands as a stark reminder of a life now past. Etched into the stone, 2 words: Dorothy, Statistician. A final, understated epitaph. The stone is weathered. Years have passed since the statistician Dorothy was buried. There is no mention of the S&P 500, no grand achievements, just a quiet acknowledgement. The wind whispers through the cemetery, carrying secrets and stories of lives lived and lost. The scene plunges into darkness, an abyss where sight surrenders to sound. A symphony of shuffling papers and adding machines fills the void, a mechanical ballet in the unseen. From the inky blackness, Dorothy's voice emerges, disembodied and absolute. Her voice echoes in the dark. "The numbers are what matter," her voice continues. "Not the names." Electronic billboards pulse with the relentless rhythm of the S&P 500, dominating the skyline above Wall Street. Towering skyscrapers cast long shadows, their glass and steel reflecting the cold, hard numbers of global finance. The iconic street bustles with unseen energy, a silent testament to the ceaseless churn of commerce. Numbers blaze, an inescapable reminder of fortunes won and lost, hopes raised and dashed. Wall Street stands as a modern monument, its towering structures a reflection of ambition and risk.